I'm psychologist Dominic Herbst, and I want to talk to you specifically about sexual abuse as a child, as a young child. And this segment, I would like to talk specifically to the boys, when you young men that might be listening, when you were a boy, if you were sexually abused. One of the greatest struggles that young men have, if they were sexually abused as a boy, as I was, is this sensation of shame, a feeling as if there's something less of me and less about me because of what someone did to me. Then there's also the dimension that if it was someone that you trusted and that you knew, you were in a position where you may have felt like you should have resisted, but you didn't. That is not your fault. That's why it's called forcible compulsion. Forcible compulsion is not necessarily literal force, but you feel compelled. You feel drawn to have to do what is said and what is being done to you because the person is older than you or stronger than you or more powerful. You are not wrong to submit to that as a child. But after the event happens, you feel like you're ashamed. Maybe you should have done more. That's what I felt. And it can come over you like this cloud that follows you. You can't see the cloud, but you know that there's something, and people kind of see it. Sometimes your parents see it and they wonder what's wrong, and maybe you kept it quiet. Maybe you didn't speak about it. Maybe you spoke about it, but you weren't believed, or the people you told didn't take it serious. So you probably felt like, I guess I just have to keep it secret and live with this. And then you may struggle with the fact that, gee, it seems kind of weak and kind of unmanly to be able to talk about something like that. Here I am, a teenage guy or an adult guy, and why would I want to talk about that and cause people to look at me weird? Well, the truth is, that is not really what happens when you open up. It actually creates courage in people around you when you speak the truth about what happened to you. And I promise you by my own experience that the fear of not doing it is a whole lot bigger than what you ever thought it really was. In other words, it's so big, the fear, and really, once you do it, you say, why was I afraid of that? I want to promise you that if you have that inside you and you feel it will be unmanly and you feel people will be repelled or repulsed from you, I'm saying no, they won't. They'll be drawn to you because it can affect you with your friends and you know, your guy friends and your girlfriends. It can affect your perception of what sexuality is. It can affect you in the way that you were used as an object of a person's pleasure when you were abused and it wasn't your fault. And that same ideal will come over you, that kind of way of thinking and way of living will come over you when you're with the person that you're with and you're dating. You may have gender confusion as to who you are in terms of male or female and what you're really attracted to because of that sexual abuse. And I promise you, you can be healed from this. You can be lifted out of this pit of depression, of feeling the deep sense of condemnation and shame, which really doesn't help anyone. It's not healthy to have that. You stop believing in yourself. You stop putting your work effort into school and into your future. It's like this cloud covers you from the vision that you have for your life and these dreams that you have inside. You begin to believe that they won't be something that could come true if you pursue. And I promise you all of that will be lifted, all of that darkness over you, if you're willing to open up and be truthful. And the greatest courage of any man, any young man, even any boy, is to speak the truth about the fact that somebody touched me or did something to me in a way they never should have. And that I want to be lifted up over this and not come under the power of this shame and the problems that it has caused me in my life. I challenge you to look for the healing from past sexual abuse. I know I spoke to the guys, but if any of you young ladies have listened, I want you to know as well, please speak to someone that you trust. You might say, well, that won't change the past. That isn't going to make it go away. It already happened. It won't change the past, but it's the beginning of changing you. And when you start to change as a result of trusting someone and know that pain concealed is pain unhealed, once you reveal that pain, that is the beginning of having that pain healed.